Alright, let's take a look at my day 3 recap. I was finally able to get the body armor, got it colored, got it 5 linked. I'm gonna save up enough fusings to 6 link it. It'll probably take a long time. I got 104, so it's gonna take quite a bit to farm fusings, so that's what I'm gonna be doing. I was able to switch to my +1 to frenzy charges boots, my snake bite. I have a better pair of snake bites, but I'm all out of these ones have crit. I'm waiting for a +1 to frenzy to be within reasonable price, but I'm all out of Val orbs for the most part to modify the socket colors and the socket links, because now that I have all my gear set up, so all my pieces are set up. I got a new helmet, which has a little bit of mana efficiency and spell suppress. I modified my skills a little bit. I now pathed up this way. I kind of want to just do some quick farming and not have to worry about dying to level up. So I got immunity to blood, corrupting blood. I got immunity to all ailments with this one right here. And then I'm packed into this 50% less damage, taking over time, more ailment duration because I'm immune to all ailments. I also switched over to purity of elements, so I'm immune to elemental and physical ailments. I'm basically only die from hits. I found this map, super weird little map. It's got I didn't even know maps could get those. I forget the name of a synthesized map. Let's take a look at the current atlas. I mean, Harvest has been a pretty major bust, but Expedition's pretty great. These have been pretty good. Getting the extra duration has been very helpful because I'm kind of slow. So basically I just run maps and I have a high chance of getting some random shit. So let's take a look at what this build looks like. Running a basic map.
Not all murders are equal. Just need a moment to catch my breath. Low on mana.
And this is with a 5 link. 6 link obviously will be doing much better, but I'll probably juice up the maps a lot more. Harvest for the most part isn't worth it, but it doesn't take long to come in here and clear them out. So I just clear them out real quick and then seed with the map. I figured they're going to buff it. I don't know if they're going to buff the drop or buff the values, but I might as well just run them and get some of this juice. Only problem is sometimes they kill me. I lose experience, and at this moment I am mostly trying to gain experience to level up. But Reeve, working out pretty well. I like it a lot. Skill is one of my favorite skills in the game. The damage is shit compared to like Spectral Helix or Lightning Strike. But with this chest piece, it's quite decent. Yeah, combination of area, effect, damage, and speed. Works out quite nice. Obviously, if I were to do bossing, I'd probably have to set up some different setup. Doing big bosses probably wouldn't work very well with this build, simply because the single target DPS is just quite low. Ramps up pretty good with poison, though. You can see these tier 15 yellow beast. They can do some damage. See? Not that quick. Not that. It didn't take that long to finish that harvest. A lot of people complaining about it, I guess. It's that free breach. Kill these bosses first. These bosses are actually pretty hard for this character. Find the lion's roar helps out a lot. Pushing them back, keeping them away from you. See, that lion roar comes in handy. Keeping the enemies off of you. Wouldn't really think of it as much of a defensive item, aside from the fact that it adds armor. But yeah, it's pretty good as a defensive item. That chest piece was expensive. I almost bought it on day one. It was 3 divines on day one, and I had 2 divines and almost enough to get a third, and then it started to go up to 4, and it started to go up to 5, and I finally bought it at 6. That's the bad thing about some of these expensive items. If you have them as part of your build, you have to continually to escalate your currency gathering in order to get it. So casual players who aren't constantly reinvesting their time into currency are getting screwed on some of these more expensive items. But it works without it. It worked pretty well with the helmet up to about tier 14. It was super smooth. After that, it started to take quite a bit to kill things. And obviously, once I get a 6 link, the damage is just going to go up by quite a bit. Because the next 6 link is going to be Unbound Ailments with the blue gem. It's going to increase the poison duration by a fuck ton, which is going to help in a lot of different ways. Most builds probably aren't quite as advantageous with it, but because I have the snake bite, which I have to get to maximum frenzy charges, once I get to maximum frenzy charges, it starts to increase the damage, and then the weapon that I have needs 5 poison stacks. The increased duration is going to keep the poison stacks on it longer. Then I have this curse mark on hit support with Assassin's Mark, and it applies when this has 5 poison stacks on it, because then the weapon deals 80 to 120, which applies these 2 things here. So the next next gem is going to be pretty helpful. I was able to pick up these 2 rings, both for about 10C. The 4% chance to gain Frenzy Charge on kill keeps my Frenzy Charges up through the map, and then this keeps my Frenzy Charges up through the boss, which was able to allow me to use this helmet, which adds a little spell suppression, a little bit of mana reservation, which is allowing me to currently use haste and Purity of Elements. I'm only using haste instead of grace because I want to kill things fast and go zoom zoom. I'll probably switch back to grace at a later date. That is the day 3 update. I'm at 101 out of 115. Alright, check you later.